So today I want to talk to my people out there who are allowing fear to cripple them, to inhibit them from moving forward and pursuing the life that they truly desire. I'm talking to y'all today because at one point I was talking to me. And I think I am consciously or subconsciously talking to me about this all the time, which is why I continue to push through and persevere and keep checking these life goals off, right? I started from super humble beginnings, grew up in a 800 square foot house on the west side of Detroit, and now, right, as soon to be 40, own over 100 apartments, done over 100 fix and flip wholesale deals, moved my family from Michigan to Florida, almost 15 years ago. Built several new construction homes that my family and I have lived in, gave more money than I ever could imagine in my short lifetime so far. And the list goes on, right? Soon to be buying hotels, soon to be doing mergers and acquisitions. And I thought about this the other day as I ate my lunch about how so many people have just accepted their life to be what it is because that seems easier than pushing through the fear, the anxiety, the doubt, the apprehension to actually go and create the life that you truly want. And that's a huge mistake. It's far more pain than staying in the state that you're currently in, although it seems more comfortable, than actually pushing through all those emotions that you feel to have the life that you want. And the reason is because subconsciously, although you may consciously try to suppress it, subconsciously, your spirit, your inner being understands that the only thing that's stopping you from pursuing the things that you want in life is fear. And it does not like that. It does not like that. You may have told yourself the story to start reading your own and believing your own press that it's okay, but your subconscious knows that it's not okay. And I'm going to tell you why. Because in 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, it says this: "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but power and of love and of a sound mind." So what does that mean? That means that in God's innate creation of us, he did not give us the spirit of fear. So God resides in us. And because you're allowing fear to inhibit you and cripple you from moving forward, then that's not a godly thing. So your natural innate being of how God created you would not allow you to stay in that state and be comfortable with it. So we turn to alcohol, we turn to drugs, we turn to consumerism, we turn to sex, we turn to we turn to eating, gluttony. We turn to all these different things to try to suppress the very nature of who God has called us to be because we're unwilling to move past the fear, doubt, apprehension to take the action. And so my message to you today is this: everything that you have is everything that you need. Everything that you have is everything that you need. And I'll prove it to you. So I remember back when I went to college, I graduated from college in 2007. And there was I went to school for industrial engineering. There was a company who was doing a job fair at our college. It was a plastics company. Okay. And I met them at the job fair. They really liked who I was, what I was about. And so for the last year of my college career, they were constantly pursuing me, right? I guess they would call that recruiting, right? They were recruiting me from that point forward. So they stayed in contact. And by the time that I left college, they offered me a job. So literally 3 weeks after graduating college, I already had a job working in this plastics company. And so I found it so interesting, looking back on it now, to think that a company pursued me because I was at college getting a degree to come and work for them, paid me more than what an entry-level person I take that back, paid me more than even a seasoned employee was making, although I was entry-level because I had the degree, for a job that I'd never done in my life. Now, why do I bring this up? I bring this up because every single one of you have been in the same situation. We have all at some point went to a job interview to do a job, to apply for a job, and not only apply for a job, but to request to be paid well to do the job that we've never done before in our entire lives. Why is that important? It's important because it is. The same way that you had fear of going in that interview, the same way that you had doubt of going in that interview, the same way that you had apprehension and anxiety of going in that interview, you did it anyway because you deemed it necessary that you had a job so that you can appropriately pay for your lifestyle, your family's lifestyle, and whomever else. You found it to be a non-negotiable that you had to have a job. And so regardless of how you felt, the nerves, the angst, and all the rest of it, going into an interview to convince somebody to pay you to do something you've never done before, you did it anyway because you found it to be necessary. Well, I got a news flash for y'all. Before I went and invested in my first investment property, my real estate investment property, I had never done that before either. Before I bought my first apartment building, I had never done that before either. Before I taught people all over the world how to go to invest in real estate and change their lives and their financial future, their legacy and generational wealth, I had never done that before either. See, everything that you have is everything that you need. You just need to be just as bold as you were when you showed up for that job interview to convince somebody to pay you to do something that you've never done. That you need to take that same level of conviction, go and learn the thing that you want to do in life, whether it's real estate investing, whether it's investing in a business, whether it's whatever it is that you want to do. You need to, just like you went to school and learned whatever skill that you learned that you probably didn't even apply directly into your field when you got a job, go learn that thing, show up in the marketplace and expect people to pay you based off of the work that you have put in to develop the skill within yourself and who you become in that process. Because at a job interview, that's the only thing that they're paying you for. Because you haven't done the job. And even if you did a similar job in a different setting, you still ain't done it from them yet. So you got everything in you that you need. The problem is that you've oversimplified going on a job interview to get a job, and you've overcomplicated taking the same level of investment in yourself, learning the skill in a specialized area that you want to go into, and then showing up in the marketplace, making an offer for people to pay you. It's the same thing, y'all. It's the same thing. But here's the difference, though. On one hand, you're not fulfilled. And so you got this void in you and you keep settling for counterfeits to try to fill it when it's not. Because God put something in you that unless or until you pursue that thing called your purpose, regardless of how you feel about doubt, fear, anxiety, and all the rest of it, you're going to be unfulfilled. When you go out and you start the thing that God has put on your heart and purposed you to do in life, you're always going to have that void. So here's what I would recommend. No times like the present. It's time to start taking action on the thing that you keep suppressing as if it's not important just because it makes you scared. Do it afraid until it doesn't make you afraid anymore. Everything you have is everything that you need. If this was helpful for you, send this to a loved one, share it with a friend, like, comment below. Let me know if this is helpful for you guys. My whole goal this year is to continue to help people move the needle in their lives. I'm going to be starting a community specifically for this called Believers in Business. In the coming weeks, this is going to roll out. Because it's too many people aborting their mission in life. Now, I'm not telling you that working is a bad thing, but I'm telling you that God gave you gifts and talents and purpose that go beyond whatever you do in a 9-to-5 setting. And I'm not saying that everybody needs to quit their job, but everybody needs to have something else going on in tandem with it that fuels and feeds their purpose in life. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. I can't wait to see y'all in the next video. I think I'm going to do a follow-up part 2 to this. And again, like, subscribe, and comment if this helped you. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video.